Hi, yo, what's going on, my people? It's your girl, Ryder Creator, coming back with another one. I missed y'all. Mwah, 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 mwah. I missed y'all a lot. But I wanted to talk about the Pope today. I was supposed to be talking about something else, but I kind of feel like it slipped my mind because I got distracted. Work called, it was time for me to make my money, or, whatever life called. And so I had to postpone it. Hey, how are you? How you been? So, so I wanted to talk about the Pope. So, I might get around to remembering what else I was supposed to be talking about, but for right now, it's going to be about the Pope. So we lost a great man yesterday. Um, I was watching it from the beginning when they first got the news or something. I don't even know when that was. If it was in the middle of the night or was it in the morning. But I just remember that I was watching from the beginning when they first got the reports. So, one thing I want to say about him, the reason why I call him a great man is not because of his position of being the Pope. It's because he was really a great man. He had a great energy. When I look at that man, I see a great guy. Like, I have the gift from God to be able to see through people. The mask in the front they put up, I can see through that when they're not who they pretend they are. So, um, I really am great at seeing through that. Let me make sure my stuff is off so I won't. Um, there we go. So yeah, so I'm great at seeing through the mask that people put up or um pretend to be somebody else or pretend to be a good guy when they're really a bad guy. Or I could see all the way through that and always could ever since I was born, ever since birth. So I just wanted to talk about, um, the Pope. I truly see that he's a great guy, great spirit. He embraced life happily. He went out the way he wanted to. Now, I also want to say something about something I saw yesterday because I was watching all of that. I almost want to say all the way until the evening. I really was watching all the stuff they had to say about the Pope and everything. So, my favorite thing of what I heard, first, let me say, he single handedly um Pope Francis, he single-handedly saved the Catholic Church because they was on their way down, on their way up out of here because of all the molestation allegations. All the allegations that they was touching young people, honey, that they was touching young people, that was getting them the F up out of here. And one thing I want to say about this, a long time ago, I did a word that I felt like came from God. God had wanted me to go on a live and say this. I'm gonna say it again. It just popped in my head. So all of that, when all of that was going on at that time, um, God be wanting, look, really, truthfully, the Catholic Church put unnecessary stipulations on their own selves. God never said they could not take a wife. God never said, it ain't nowhere in the Bible where it says a priest has to remain celibate. Is nowhere in the Bible where it says a nun has to remain celibate. That might be something they added on, I guess, to truly give themselves to the Lord. But when it comes to men, that sexual beast is a monster in itself. And for you to deprive yourself of that is when they start doing devilish, evil, animalistic, crazy things. And that's because they put unnecessary stipulations. God never said they had to live like that. And then nowadays, when a priest want to take on a wife or something, then they treat that man like he is in the wrong and like he did something wrong when that man did nothing wrong. So, um, God never said priests or nuns can't marry. That's something they put in the program. So if you feel like you are unable to maintain your celibacy, um, I guess declaration or promise, I feel like they should then take a wife. That's how they ended up doing all these perverted things. That's why it happened. So I just want to say that. Hey, Josh. Hey, Boo. How are you, honey buddy? It's good to see you. You styling and profiling in your place at your new place, honey. Ah. So, um, so back to what I was saying. He was a great man though. So I love him. He single-handedly saved the Catholic Church because they was on their way down. He was a great pope for 16 years. I wanted to find a picture where he blessed the baby in Philadelphia, right? So when the Pope first came to Philadelphia, when he first was announced as the Pope. So when the Pope well, I don't know, but I know the Pope came to Philadelphia in 2015, and so was this baby that they had up, and had the baby dressed. The baby was 4 months old. They had the baby dressed as the Pope, okay, with all the garb stuff. And the Pope seen it, and he thought that was so cute. He was cracking up, and he told somebody to bring the baby there, and he blessed the baby. He literally blessed the baby. So they was talking about that yesterday. They had some little girl on. The little girl that was blessed. She now like 11 or something. It was so cute though. So so what was I about to say? So he single-handedly saved the Catholic Church in my opinion. Also, my favorite part of yesterday when everybody was making their, statements about the Pope and all that, um, my favorite part of that was when somebody oh man so I can't remember who it was, but somebody it was a reporter, and it was like, do you think that that played a part, or do you think that that is the reason why he's not here? All that moving around, flying around, going this place, that place to deal with Easter or whatever. Do you think that was too much for him? And somebody said the Pope wanted to die on the battlefield. I was like, yes, something about that just, I don't know, it just hit me deep because I thought that was so dope. Like, and the gospel church, I can't remember the song, but it'd be like, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord, for my Lord. I don't really remember how else the song goes. I wish I could because that's exactly what I thought about when they said that. The Pope wants to die on the battlefield. And he did. And he rose. And I thought it was so dope that it happened right after Easter because that is the celebration of the risen, of the Pope rising. So he rose right after the celebration of their savior rising. That was so dope. I thought that was dope. So yeah, everything was in divine time and everything was in perfect time. And I thought it was so amazing. And I just wanted to say, I love him. You said, and my I'm good, my dear friend. Yeah, yes, I changed my picture profile. Okay, okay. So yes, but so what was I saying about the Pope about? But I love that. I don't know why. That was the most amazing thing that was said out of everybody to me. And so um, but I'm glad that this Pope had the 16 years that he had. They call him the People's Pope. He is so proud of that. I think he's a good person, great energy. Did not take himself or his job too seriously. The thing that I feel like wanted like the people's pope would fit him very well because the thing that he wanted to do the most is to be with the people. That's why he did it. He didn't have no I forgot what it's called, but it's like a glass shield that they usually sit in. He didn't have that because he thought that he didn't need that. And I respect that because he wanted to be with the people. Even now, even when they start his funeral procession, wait a minute, excuse me, let me get myself together. Wait a minute. My bad. I was trying to mute before I coughed because I felt like I had to cough, but they didn't mute fast enough. But anyway, like I was saying, in his funeral procession, he wanted to be closer to the people. He did not want to be in a glass case. He did not um, want to be. So he only it was supposed to be he was encased in three different things or something, but he wanted to be a regular coffin or whatever, and he wanted to be closer to the people. That's why he didn't pick the three things. He changed that for his wishes when he leaves. And just to know, I feel like this could be a learning moment because the thing that I've noticed the most is that people who are into religion or spirituality do not often adapt their true spirituality. The one thing that I feel is constantly repeated or presented in religions and spiritualities is that when you leave this earth, it is not the end. But for some reason, everybody that is involved in a religion or spirituality believes so. And I think that the way that I think I want to end this is to sum that up with that. Death on earth is not the end. This is only the beginning. Because you transition, just because you lose your physical body, you were never that body. Do you know that you were alive? I'm really about to mess y'all head up with this. Do you know that you were alive before you were born from your mother's belly? Do you understand that your spirit lived before it was put into life form on earth? So all it is the big return, your grand return to where you came from, which is the spiritual world, or to your original form, which is spirit. Okay? And I just want y'all to remember that. And even with, so for instance, with the Pope, right? So when he went around on Easter, like I was saying, it's the celebration of the resurrection. Now, that makes me think of two different Bible verses in themselves because I used to be Christian. I'm not Christian anymore, but that shouldn't matter. I don't disrespect anyone's religions or whatever. But so, the two Bible verses that pop into mind, right, are for God so loved the world that he gave not only his begotten Son, but whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Now, everyone seems to know that verse, but they just repeat it naturally, but they don't really think about what it means. I mean, really think about what it means. So listen, I'm gonna break this down, and I'm gonna say the second one after that. So, for God sent not his only begotten Son into the world. I think that's wrong. For God sent his only begotten Son into the world. So I don't know. I got it wrong. Hold up, John 3:16. For God so loved the world, that's what it is. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. It means that God, but I don't believe that who people say Jesus is God's only son. I believe every person on this earth is God's child, God's creation, and a little version of him or her. Because I believe that God is divine feminine, actually. But we're not going to get too deep on y'all. I don't want to put too much on y'all more than y'all can bear today. But anyway, so, so God's only son, even if you break down this verse, whosoever believe in that son shall not die. That's what perish means, die. Their life should not end, but they shall have everlasting life. That's the exact definition of what Easter is celebrated as when Jesus has risen, right? When the Son, let me say it like that, has risen, right? So then after that, it's another one, John 3:17. For God sent not his son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Do you understand what the whole thing is supposed to be saying? It's exactly what the resurrection is. And so the Pope leaving this earth and transitioning back to original form and um not perishing but having everlasting life is only the beginning. Like, there's so many different versions of living in life we have no idea about, you know? It's never the end. No one dies. Like, remember Pharrell used to have a group called NERD? No one ever really dies. That is so true. Like, life does not end because your life ends on this earth. Your life then transitions and begins or continues um in the afterlife. They call it the afterlife, but I really believe it should be called the before life, but I ain't gonna get into that. So I just thought it was amazing that the Pope left the world and started his journey rising right after the celebration of Jesus rising, the sun rising. How about that? One day I'm gonna tell y'all my theories, but I feel like it's too close to Easter to tell you my theories at this time and what I believe. I just don't want to disrespect nobody's spirituality or religion. So I think that's it, and that's all. I just want to talk about the Pope today, and I just wanted to say God bless the Pope on his journey. And may he have an amazing journey, an amazing transition, and amazing discoveries that I can't wait for the Pope to discover. There's so many things that we thought we know on earth that we don't even have a clue or just haven't even touched the tip of it yet. So I hope he has an amazing discovering journey. And I believe that's just the right person or just the right soul to discover and accept with grace. Like, not be upset that the afterlife or God or everything that comes with your transition from earth to the light, even if it's different, he would accept it, and he would accept it with a smile and happiness. I'm just so glad that that's the person that chose to go the day after Easter. So God bless him on his journey. Thank you for the love you showed, and thank you for standing up for the children against the people that were defiling the Catholic Church and defiling these children. Thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. And thank you for your years. And thank you for your energy on this planet. It will never be forgotten. And that's it, and that's all. All right, y'all. That's all I came to is to pay tribute to the Pope. All right, y'all. Have a good one. I love y'all. Mwah. Peace.